get into it. This one is about getting off on something, a climax. You know what climax is, don't you? Almost like an orgasm, kind of, sort of. People who know things, the best things about you, and try to make it the worst. So they get up high as they can, know the best things about you, and climb at the top of it, and try to chop you down with that axe. Climb all the way to the top of the best thing they know about you, the best thing that you can do. It's like the computer interrupters here. They sit around and all day, just wait on an opportunity to interrupt the computer. Because they think this is the top level thing that they can do. So they can axe it down, climax. You know how I was talking about tropical climb 8? Yeah, same thing. Such miserable people that they need attention so bad that they sit around all day. They're grown men dressed up in clothes, think they look good and think they're important people, impotent people. Sit outside the library and predatory wait on opportunity to come up and think that because it's a computer, I'm such good at the computer, I can interrupt what he's doing. The climb acts, they get off on that. Yeah, they really get off at the highest level. And such miserable people who need that kind of attention, who have no life at all, to stand around and come around to do such things. So those are the allies that we have. And we know they get off on those things based on their appearances and when they appear out of nowhere, seemingly to appear out of nowhere in this small town. And how can you get away with that? Because you're seen and you're known every time you try to do such stupidity. There's so few people who do it that you easily recognize. So I try to use my time, my beautiful time, to recognize these people because they're so miserable. Such miserable people that the Allied forces that they bring with them drag them down so low that to recognize them is something that that's what they need. So, and the high risk of the pedophilia and the pedophile behavior to come around children and still try to pretend as if you're not that hateful is a rendering of the pictures that they paint of themselves. Okay, so that's the buffoonery that befriends them. And so to that, I give them the climax, because they think that based on the highest level of what they know about you, they think they're climbing to the top and using an axe to chop it down. Just like the people that put them up to it, to pay them, the rich people with the lowest level of self-esteem. Yeah, who cares how much money you have? You're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose your life behind it. You lost your life using that. You have no life based truly on the occasion that you use, the expensive machinery that you have to use, the lying and the hiding behind the money, all of that. So the climax that they get off on, prostrating as if they're someone important. We know they're not important at all. We know, and so we also know that the people who are that poor don't have the equipment, don't have the know-how, the time to keep up with someone that often and to have a life to live as well. And so goes with the rich people who are so corrupt and inept in their own lives to carry these things out. I mean, totally inept, dressed up and ride around in expensive things, and there's no, so what if you have a poker face? That means nothing anymore. I don't use the word nothing, but a poker face means absolutely nothing anymore. Why do I say that? He knowing their hearts. You know what your heart is, so you can walk around act poker faced all you want to. Doesn't mean a darn thing, because Your heart tells the story. You can try to hide with the poker face. This game is much higher than that. Joker, you see, in that game of spades that you play, yeah, the Joker is the highest card. You trump most cards. But sometimes when you only have one spade to play, and someone knows that and forces you to play that high spade when they can play a heart or a diamond to make you bring it out. And once you play that one spade race card, you're out of the game now. And that's where this is climax comes to be the tropical climb 8 in the atmosphere that most fear. Black power hand position, black body, radiation. Okay, the solar panels that we are, the men, you are, the responsibility placed in the Garden of Eden to care for, the seed that you dropped. Yes, herbs are for the healing of the nation. These are on the menu in order right now that we're living through. So yeah, find out all the top level things you think you can use, top level things you think you know about me to climb up and try to axe it down. But no, this is the rainforest. Yes, we're gonna reign for its everlasting life, the magnetic electrical me. Yes, the electrical storm that comes through the norm, to come before the storm, to come during the storm, and to come after the storm. Thank you for my life. Yeah, with that climax. Dealing with people on an everyday basis. As they say, smiling in their faces, but they don't even smile in your face anymore. They try to use a poker face now. Walking around in all black as if, oh, I'm a spiritual person. No emotional signage of life, just poker faced. Well, who cares? You can have all the poker face you want. It just means nothing now. Yes, the treasure chest tells all. What a beautiful illumination of the life force energy, of the giving of the living that we have to share, and all things that we have to do, that we are doing. So yes, in the game of spades that we're playing now, you see the color full of that now. It's all based on that. So, no longer, you don't have to allow them to build you up, then cut your balls off. You see, that's what they're waiting to do. That's what they do to each other. Okay, the poker face, we know the poker face is something they use to hide behind. So we rip the veil off. Okay, solar eclipsed it. Removing the mucus so it doesn't nuke us anymore. The pressure back there shows up with the white cloud. They call it cataracts. We removed it once we push the mucus out away from our eyes. Once we go up under so much pressure. Yes, the pressure does build. The pressure gives, yes, that white cloud, a cataract, or it pushes away the mucus. Depends on which direction you are willing to go, how much further with that fervor that you're going, that you want to go. As we say, the fever gets worse before it gets better. So the ugly that's in that eye is only passing through, passing phase. All right. So in this wage, how much are you worth? Are you earning? Are you learning through this life force energy? The climax, people actually get off on that, follow around all day, all night, miserable lifestyle, wanting the attention, wanting a talk show. Get your talk show so someone can give you some attention all day so you can talk to someone else. Because speaking to yourself through the universal order, through the natural process, through the rocks, the air, earth, fire, gas, and water is not enough for you. which the ancestors give us, the rocking chairman of this life, not of this strife only. Okay, so yeah, people get off on that, love to get off on that, to know the best they can about you, to try to climb up and use that axe to chop you down. Remember that group Climax, the songs that they had, yeah, all of that. So the Tropical Climb 8 is available to us. And that's where the storms are going, the tropical climates. The areas where it is going on right now, the atmosphere, places where decadence goes on, hidden, but it's no longer hidden because it's hitting hard, being hitting hard. You see, the storms are hitting it hard, so it's no longer hidden. All right, so these are the things that we're giving. The opposing factors, or the actors, show up, and we're gonna sew it up. Try to keep moving with this. What a beautiful thing to have, beautiful life force energy to use, and that goes on in our lives. So definitely want to get this message into you, the climax that befriends most people when they see someone else getting somewhere and they supposedly are not getting somewhere, so they find out the best things about you to turn them into the worst. So, but the worst things about you are also the best things about you. If you don't know that, learn that some of the worst things about you can be the worst thing or best thing about you. Just as the earth takes our manure and turns it into fertile fuel to grow the best plants, the most nutritious food. Yeah. The animals that sit all over the earth, all over, so they just walk around sitting on the earth. And nature says, okay, I'm gonna turn that into the best fuel to use to grow all the green plants and all of that on the top soil. Yeah, you can bet your last money it's all gonna be a stone gas, honey. Even in that. Yes, even in that message, we have that mighty clouds of joy, this self-esteem, the knowledge, know-how. Okay, so let's make ourselves the communication devices that we are. Okay, time is up. Thank you. All right, then. Yeah. Again, at the Sue Cloud Williams Library. Our time is up. The public enemy, not the public enemy. Thank you. It's Climax Persona. Peace.